Hey, this is Gavin. Just checking in. These are some things I've been thinking about. So, Proverbs 10. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. So, I was told that I had insulted a large group of people, and I know that I have insulted people. I have previously just gone about things like this with the golden rule. So, all things whatever that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. So, but when I treat people the way that I want to be treated, it is insulting. So, I can even remember in fourth grade, me and a guy named Tim Cook, we would insult each other. We would tell your mama jokes. And I got used to it, and it became fun. So, but if I go around and insult people, and specifically the kind of insults I am talking about are criticisms of the way in which you live your life. So if I go around criticizing you and the way you live your life, then that can be insulting. But Proverbs 10 would say that I am a fool if I go around criticizing people and the way they live their life. Now, it depends on how you define slander. So maybe slander is not insult. What I think is important is that you are not bringing people down. So, then you have to judge people, which is up here, and you have to be able to judge. And you should know that this is not telling you not to judge. This is telling you to be careful when you judge. So if you believe this means do not judge, I think you're wrong. I disagree. But you have to be careful when you judge. And what you are trying to do when you judge people, in this case, is you're trying to see if your criticisms will build them up or tear them down. So will it make them a worse person who starts, abusing whatever it is, becoming addicted to something that's going to ruin their life. So you have to judge that before you criticize. But the golden rule isn't right here. There's a contradiction between Proverbs 10 and Matthew 7 here with regard to the golden rule and slandering. And I've mentioned it before. My son likes to be scared. He likes people to scare him, but my daughter does not. I don't like being scared. So if he goes around and tries scaring people, it's not good. He needs to make a judgment about what other people like and how will they, will it bring them down or build them up? So that's a kind of a hard problem that I would appreciate it if you provided feedback. So how do you deal with these nuances in, obviously we want to be wise. We don't want to be a fool who just slanders people. We don't want to bring people down. We have to be careful how we judge, and the golden rule isn't perfect. The next thing is related to alms, and I think alms has to do with charity. We could even look it up here, but this is basically saying that alms need to be in secret. Like, don't even let your left hand know what the right hand is doing. But you have to compare that with what's happening here in Matthew 5. Basically, let your light so shine before men. So you want people to see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So, I would say the nuanced understanding of this is, don't do charity for your own benefit so that you are praised and you shouldn't go for the promotion and the raise and the power, right? It should be for the purpose of leading people toward righteousness. That's why you would do your good works in such a way that many people would learn from your good works. So it's a hard problem. It appears on the surface like a contradiction. The younger version of myself would see all these kinds of contradictions. It's not obvious what the truth is, but because the truth, they seem to be in contradiction with each other. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know about other hard problems that's in the Bible where there appears to be contradictions but require a more nuanced understanding. These are two that have resonated with me recently regarding, judging people on whether or not your words are going to build them up or not, and how your words would be received. And I will just end, hey, criticize me. I welcome the criticism. I think that's the only thing I can do, is I have to be inviting. I've done this with my son recently. I said, do you think I made a mistake? And he told me about a mistake he thought I made, and I said, I will, next time I will do this. And I think, for example, I was saying that I think timeouts are good. So a timeout, if done properly, would allow you to avoid a situation where you act out of anger. Proverbs 10 talks about acting out of anger. I'm sure Matthew has some stuff on that as well. So the timeout, that's something sometimes I need a timeout. And so I had used I used my feedback from my 5-year-old son to identify a better strategy, a more righteous way of living. All right. Thank you for your time.